Duke Theseus returns from overthrowing Scythia with his new wife Hippolyta and her sister Emily. Outside Athens, he meets a band of weeping women and learns that the tyrant Creon has murdered their husbands and dishonors the dead by leaving them unburied. Outraged, Theseus quickly overthrows Creon and restores the Theban dead to the women for ceremonial burying. After the destruction of Creon's forces, scavengers find two young knights, Palamon and Arcite, who are not quite dead. Theseus decides against executing the knights and instead imprisons them with no hope of ransom. One morning, several years later, Palamon sees the beautiful Emily wandering about in her garden and cries out in pain. Arcite peers from the tower window and upon seeing the fair Emily, proclaims his own love for her. Because both knights claim their love for Emily, their friendship gives way to hostility. About this time, a friend to both Theseus and Arcite arrives in Athens and secures Arcite's release on the condition that he never returns to Athens. Both knights think the other luckier, Palamon because he can still see the beautiful Emily, Arcite because he can raise an army and capture her. Back in Thebes, Arcite becomes depressed due to his love. As a result of his depression, his physical appearance changes so much that he is no longer recognizable. One night, Mercury, the messenger of the gods, appears and orders him to return to Athens, which he does, taking the name Philostrate. Arcite is employed as a page in the house of Emily. Several years pass, and Philostrate/Arcite rises to a high and respected position in the court of Theseus. Meanwhile, Palamon languishes in the prison tower. At last, whether by chance or destiny, Palamon escapes and flees to a grove. That morning, by chance, Arcite goes to the same grove and, thinking himself alone, recites his history aloud, blaming Juno, Mars, and especially Venus for his plight. Palamon, who had not recognized Arcite, finally identifies him through his lament and leaps up, swearing to kill Arcite for his treachery and lawbreaking. The two arrange to duel, and the following day. The next day, the men duel, dismissing all knightly ceremony. Theseus and his entourage arrive upon the bloody scene. Theseus stops the duel and rebukes the knights for their behavior. Palamon tells all demanding that both be killed for their crimes, and Theseus swears that his wish will be granted, but he relents when the women of his company beg mercy for the knights. Theseus proposes a formal tournament in 1 year with each knight supported by 100 knights. The winner of the joust will get the hand of Emily. At the end of the year, Arcite and Palamon, each at the head of 100 knights, return to Athens for the joust. Theseus welcomes them all and entertains them in a high fashion. On the evening before the battle, Palamon, Emily, and Arcite pray. Palamon prays to Venus, goddess of love, Emily prays to Diana, goddess of chastity, and Arcite prays to Mars, god of war. All receive a vision indicating that their prayers will be answered. The three prayers and resulting promises cause confusion in heaven until Saturn, god of destiny, promises that Palamon will win his love and Arcite will win the battle. The battle begins, and after much pageantry and heroic fighting, Palamon is badly wounded and taken from the field. Arcite is declared the winner. Saturn sends a fury from Pluto to make Arcite's horse shy. Wounded, Arcite is carried to Theseus' palace. As he lies dying, Arcite acknowledges that he knows no better than Palamon and begs Emily to accept Palamon as her husband. Arcite dies, and Theseus arranges a great funeral for him. After a long period of mourning, Palamon and Emily are married and live out their lives in a love unbroken.